We've got Super Mika Teta. He knows exactly what we need. Kieran in the back, Gabby in attack. Arsenal's on the way to Champions League. What's up, guys? Ashwin,
Is that an
Sasshank.
actual chant?
Oh, that is an actual chant, and it was made for this particular day. This day when Arsenal are playing the round of 16 against Porto. Let's go! Sasshank, how are you feeling, bro?
Very excited. Little bit terrified, but really excited.
No, terrifying. We should be excited, okay? We've been waiting way
Yeah.
too long for this.
Both of you are Arsenal fans, no?
Yeah.
Oh, heavy.
Brothers and Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
We share many things.
I just haven't seen Sasshank be as passionate as Avinash about Arsenal. That's on the
Nah,
group at
because,
least. That's why I'm like, oh.
I mean, I recently, let's say, very recently had to choose a side, and then because of my influence from my brother, I picked Arsenal.
I'd like to say I did my job very successfully.
I was enjoying Premier League as a neutral fan, but I decided, okay, it's time that I pick a side.
Yeah.
And he made the right call.
Yeah.
What do you think of
But
the game,
yes.
Avinash? All excited for
going
this?
to Porto, first leg, I think it's going to be a draw. Again,
Here we go.
Oh, jinx.
Oh my god, the diplomacy is irritating to say the least.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, I think we are in some insane form. I didn't expect us to be in this good form because I think the entire season, the one thing we weren't was being clinical. We created a million chances, like 40 shots, 80 touches in the opposition box in some games. Those are some unreal stats, but there was nothing to show for it. Over the past 3-4 weeks, suddenly it's just firing from all ends. It's 5-0, 6-0, and everyone's scoring. So I can't help but not think that we're going to destroy our opponents.
Yeah. I mean,
Then why
Dubai
did you pick a
Magic.
draw?
Because I don't want to jinx it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I think it'll be another 5-goal game for Arsenal. I think we should follow up our form, and I think it makes sense to go for 5.
Yeah, see,
Minimum.
that's how you're supposed to be an Arsenal fan,
Yeah,
Avinash.
for sure. I mean,
See, but
Why
in
not?
in reality, I mean, we're playing at Porto, and Porto have a really good fan base. They're probably the best team in Portugal, and they have a very good team. Like if you actually look at their team, I mean, they have Otamendi. They have a lot of really, really good players. Agreed. I'm still going to bet on Arsenal winning this only, but there is a small part of me which doesn't want to again, be a little presumptive.
Yeah. Maybe that's what. Being a new fan, I think I'm not that presumptive or anything. I would hope for a good result. As long as they play
Yeah.
good football and score 5 goals, I'm happy.
Yeah, look, the form Arsenal are in. I don't see them. I don't see any other result except an Arsenal win. I do think Porto will give them a chance. I mean, give them a game, but I'm pretty sure Arsenal are going to win this. I don't know by how many goals and all that, but my bet is on Arsenal. The form they're in, the players that they have, it's going to be an Arsenal victory for sure. I think you got your two Portuguese teams mixed up, Avinash. Otamendi is in Benfica and not Porto. But I can excuse you for that mistake since you're so into the
But it doesn't
game right
matter.
now.
It doesn't matter. All Portugal is one for all.
Oops.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right now it's going to be like that because it's Portugal versus Arsenal. Like Porto are the representatives for Portugal this time around.
And also, I think it's important for Arsenal to be able to face the pressure of, big crowds in an outside stadium. Like, I feel in our group stages also playing against Sevilla and winning 2-0 there, it spoke a lot about the mentality of our team. Because last season we were called bottlers for, not being able to complete the job. And it's important we win matches like these. Even though it's Porto, we could be facing a much more difficult team. I'm happy we got Porto. But still playing Porto there in Portugal is going to be a different ballgame altogether. So if we win this match, I'll be very happy with how far we've progressed. Like I'm just
fair enough.
Yeah. So I think it's all three of us expecting an Arsenal win, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
5.
Okay.
5.
5-0.
5.
Love it.
He's going for
I
he's
love this
locking
energy.
it in. He is locking it in.
I wanted to carry on.
So I think we should count this prediction as 5-0. Even if they win by 4-0, it's a wrong prediction then, according to me.
Doesn't matter.
That's how it should
I'll take
be.
it.
If
He is
it's
very
final,
confident
then
this time
Sasshank
around.
gets my point also. Okay, the other
Right.
fan who should be excited is you. So Ashwin, what about you?
Probably the biggest game of our season. Like the league is pretty much gone. We're 8 points behind. Doesn't look like Madrid will drop this one. We're out of all the other competitions. We're in for a summer of turmoil with all the financial problems that we have and Xavi leaving the club and everything. So this is probably the biggest game of our season. The only thing that can salvage this season for us is like a long, deep run in the Champions League. Reaching the quarterfinals. Who knows? Maybe if we get a favorable draw in the quarterfinals, maybe even reach the semifinals. And from
Yeah.
there, it just comes down to who plays better on that day. So you never know once you reach the semifinals of the Champions League what happens. Of course, no chance against the likes of City and all. But to get there, it would itself would be such a great thing for us. Coming back to the game, I think Napoli are in terrible form this season. Complete drop off to what we expected of them last season. Uh, Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen have just been injury prone. They've just not produced the same numbers as last season. Their midfield is just not as dominant. So I still expect us to win the tie. About tomorrow, I'm not sure. The same problem that Arsenal have faced over the years is the same problem that we are facing now, which is a very weak spine when we go away from home and we play against hostile clubs, hostile fan bases. So it's going to be interesting to see how we cope with that. The Italian fan base and the Napoli away stadium. But ideally, I still think I'm going to take my club for this. I do think we can pull it off. I think, especially since his announcement that he's leaving the club, the players are fighting for him. They have that, sense of responsibility that it's because of them that he's had to leave, like taken this extreme measure. Because at the end of the day, we made too many defensive errors, and that can't be coached, right? It's individual defensive errors that we are making. So Xavi can't do much about it. So I'm pretty sure the players will be fired up for this. So I'm still taking my club to, get one over Napoli, but it's going to be a very interesting game. I think the best game of all four this week. I mean, of course, if you're an Arsenal fan, that would be the best game for you. But
Okay, for sure.
as a neutral, also, the Napoli Barca is probably equally matched between two flawed teams, right? So I think that would be a
But
very
I think that it would be a very easy game for the game week, right? I think considering where Napoli is, I think it should be a cakewalk for Barcelona.
yeah, no, but that's the thing, right? Both
Considering the other games, you should see how interesting the other games are, where they are
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
no,
table,
I
and how they're
understand
playing.
that's a fair evaluation, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying like it's between two equally flawed clubs at this point.
Okay.
So that would be like if you see the other teams, right? If you see Arsenal or Porto, for example, you even though it's a good game, you kind of expect Arsenal to win. With Napoli and Barcelona, you never know. Both of them are capable of losing. You know what I mean? That's
No,
how
no, no, no.
that's how the
Don't.
seasons have
I
It's
gone.
don't
Barca's
think you
game.
don't have to
This
be
is
that
Barca's
modest.
match to
But
lose. Okay, don't. But again, coming to this
No,
particular
I
game,
still think Barca should win, but
yeah.
yeah, let's see how it goes.
yeah. So you say Barca should win, no? Only
Yeah,
I can't say that
I
Arsenal
said
should
that
win, no?
the first line of my preview was that Barcelona will win this, but
Okay,
of course there are various other factors why I think they should win. So
right.
yeah,
Why
Barca
I
for the win.
think it's a very fairly matched
Yeah, exactly what I
competition
said.
is because last year both of y'all won the particular, La Liga y'all won and they won Serie A.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah.
this season going into it, both of y'all aren't going to be winning your leagues. And
Yeah.
this is the one thing you'll have. And it's I
Yeah.
feel it's so evenly matched. Like so
yeah. This is
whatever
it for
y'all are
us.
going,
Yeah,
whatever Barca is going to be bringing to the table, I feel Napoli will be bringing to the table too, because they also have the
yeah.
same point of view and they are
Yeah.
playing in Napoli. So coming to Camp Nou and losing is a different thing.
Different thing
What's
for
your new
sure.
Right.
stadium called?
It's called Montjuic. You can say
Montreal.
Olympic Stadium. That's what they call it there.
Olympic
Okay,
Stadium.
coming to Camp Nou and losing is different. Okay,
Yeah.
so the chance of them winning is probably at Napoli. So if they
Yeah.
can't win there, then it's pretty much the tie is over, if you ask me. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
tomorrow will be very important for Napoli
yeah,
as well.
Yeah,
So
for
yeah.
sure.
like
Because I
Ashwin
don't
said, I
think
think
they're.
it's the match I'm looking forward to the most this game week.
That's what I said. It's the equally match between two like fallen teams, if you will, like from where we were last season to
But think
where we are
about it.
now.
Napoli is going to fight because they don't have a chance at European football next season. This is
Right.
their only chance right now. They are
Okay,
ninth.
yeah.
They're not making anywhere. They're not going anywhere with where they are right now. So they have to put all their effort into the next upcoming games to even have a chance. at playing in the European football next season. So
That's true.
but
Yeah.
So
I
who do
don't know
you
how
pick,
motivated
Sasshank?
they are. I think Barcelona, man. I told you, to me that's an easy fixture. Considering the other three we have, I think this is a cakewalk.
Cake
Yeah,
walk. That's big words, but okay, I'll take it. I don't mind.
Yeah,
I think I'm rooting for a Barca win too.
Rooting
yeah,
for one, or you're
man.
just picking one?
Think about it. Among all 8 teams, Napoli is the only one that's in the bottom half of the top 10. Let's say all the other teams are on the top half of the table in their
Yeah, but
respective
once the
leagues, and they're all
Champions League
coming in
anthem
good.
plays,
Yeah, and they're all coming in good form. And Barcelona and Champions League, you guys have history. Both
yeah,
ways.
history of crumbling away from home,
Yeah.
absolutely falling apart away from home, losing 3-0 leads, 4-0 leads, whatnot. Ah, don't remind
Yeah,
me.
that's exactly why I'm going for a Barca win tomorrow.
Barca win.
It might be a 4-0 win. And then the
4-0
second
win.
leg comes.
No,
Yeah.
see, the thing is, I don't expect a fall apart kind of game because we don't have anything right now. We're not defending a lead, nothing. So I'm very happy playing away from home first in the first game.
Yeah.
And even if we get a
So
draw or
at home,
like a narrow loss, I would still
Yeah.
be okay. Of course, I'm still saying Barca will win. But in
Yeah.
case we get a draw or like a narrow loss, I still think
Yeah.
we can overturn it back at home. So I'm not like that worried. But of course, I
Okay.
definitely do not want to like have a mountain to climb, concede 3 goals, 4 goals, and
Yeah, for
completely
sure.
fall apart. But yeah,
Okay. Coming to the previous day, there are two other matches. I think those are also pretty good. Actually, Inter versus
I think it's one
Atletico
of
is
the
also
most
going to be
interesting
really,
that's
games.
gonna
really
be
good.
one amazing game.
Maintaining game, yeah.
Thoughts?
I think that will be the game of the week. Hopefully, I hope it
Fair
will
enough.
be
Yeah,
the
I
game of the
wouldn't.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah, but football teams can be disappointing, but I think it will live up to its expectations. I think it'll be a really, really
yeah,
good match. I think Inter will bring it with
Okay.
full force, and they've been playing at the top of their game, and I don't expect anything less from them this season. I think it'll be a really good fight. Compared to last week, I think this week game should be much, much more interesting to watch.
yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I dozed off. I'm not even joking. I tried my best to watch the games last week. It was difficult.
Yeah, same here.
Honestly.
Same here. I watched the Leipzig Madrid game because I was
Yeah.
hoping Leipzig will pull off something. But
Something,
apart
but
from that,
it
the
was,
other games were
yeah,
just too difficult to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Inter will win it too. I think Inter are on a different level this season. The way they're playing, their solidity in defense, their free flowing nature of their attack with Martinez and Marcus Thuram, who has just slotted in so
got it, yeah.
beautifully into that attack. He's just been so good. And their wingers, I love their defensive. What's his name, Denzel Dumfries and
Yeah.
Yeah.
DeMarco, I think the other guy. They are so good. I really, really enjoy them. And that midfield, man, Çalhanoğlu, Barella,
But
and it's just beautiful. Like it's technically good. I don't know. I mean, I can't fault them for anything. At the same time, Atletico, brilliant team. They know how to defend their lines. They're superb. Their midfield is working. They've got this young kid, Arthur Vermeeren from Club Brugge this season. He
Okay.
looks like an interesting prospect. And of course, Griezmann, Morata, they're in stunning form. I think they've been scoring a lot of goals as well. I think they won at the weekend 5-0 or 6-0. I'm not sure. I think 5-0 they won.
5-0, yeah.
So I'm expecting an interesting game. Usually, when you think of Italian team versus Atletico Madrid, you think of like a snooze fest, right? You think of like
Yeah.
defensive games
Completely
where it's
defensive,
0-0,
Yeah.
yeah, 0-0, 1-1, something like that. But I think this time it's going to be different. I think both teams are very exciting to watch. It's going to be a really, really fun game. I still have Inter winning though. That's my prediction.
I think I have Atletico Madrid winning this, even though I like Inter coming into this game. I just feel that they might pull up the upset. Their counter attack is really lethal. Let's see how Inter defend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm with Sasshank on this one. I think I see Atletico winning this too. Inter have a very, very good team. Their players have been doing really, really well. Agreed. But I feel Atletico have been playing a particular way since I've been watching Atletico for many years now. It's very similar type of play, and I see that play. It's a very stable game that they play, right from their defense, the way they build their player. It's a very they're solid. And Griezmann, I feel there's not much credit being given to Griezmann this year. He's been playing really well. His
He's been
stats are really
absolutely
good.
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't understand why no one's talking about Griezmann. I don't hear Griezmann's name in any of the conversations I have, at work or with my friends. but he's been having such a great
Superb.
season. And
You know, he's Atletico Madrid's top scorer now. He broke
Yeah,
the
are
yeah.
you
record this
serious?
season.
He broke the,
Yeah,
yeah, he did.
he's the top scorer of Atletico Madrid.
Oh damn! That's then all the more reason why I'm just rooting for Atletico
Dude,
to
that
win this.
He's
team
a
with their
sleeping
attack
player,
is
man.
absolutely superb.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah. So
they score
He
a ton
entered
of
in the
goals.
right time. And he's right, the way they play is completely different. They don't just blindly go out, attack, press the ball like Arsenal or City
Right.
do. They exactly know when to attack.
Exactly.
And
They have
okay,
that structure set in place. They
structure,
have
yeah.
like a solid base from which they build. And that's because of the continuity they have with their manager, right? The manager
Exactly.
has one particular way of playing,
Very good to
and he's
play.
been playing like that for 10 years.
Yeah.
And
right.
everyone knows that game, and nobody has been able to do
Exactly.
anything about it. Like, they have been successful. I mean,
Successful.
success may not be defined for them as trophies, but they have won trophies as well. Not that they haven't. But
Hmm.
for them, it might not be exactly trophies, but their style of play. When Atletico Madrid roll into town, you're going to have a game on your hands. Like,
Yeah.
they're they fight for every ball. They're gritty. They I just like. I mean, I hate them so much to watch them play because it's irritating to watch that kind of
Yeah.
play, but it's so effective. Like, especially when they're playing against Barcelona and all, right? They
Yeah.
do those,
They just
nagging
sit back.
fouls. They're
Yeah.
constantly harassing your
Nothing.
midfield. They're constantly like, it's like when you look at them, you're just like, oh, this is such a dirty game, but you can't
Yeah.
take their eyes off them. You're like, oh, this is such a beautiful, defensive, solid. Who sees that anymore
Nothing.
nowadays?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to see these high scoring
High
games,
scoring.
3-3, 4-4,
They just
5-5.
want this Haaland tap-ins or some headers. So
Exactly.
always Kevin De Bruyne finding him happily just scores it in. Something like that. People are happy to see
I
5 goals, 6 goals.
enjoy Atletico Madrid's play as well. So it's going to be a fun game. But I do have Inter. So it's two Atletico, one Inter, right?
One thing,
I'm the
yeah,
only
Yeah,
one
it's
with Inter now.
Atletico.
yeah. But
What
I
about the
don't
last
think it'll
one?
be a big margin though. I think
Yeah. No,
Inter
I don't.
can
Yeah, I
break
don't think
their
it's going to be a
counter.
big match.
For sure, they can break their counter attack, but I still feel that
Right.
they might edge it just because of the form that they're coming in.
Right.
Yeah.
What about the other one? PSV Dortmund. What do you have to say?
Oh, I really enjoy Dortmund, but this is an away game for them. They don't have their home support. They're not, let's say, as good as what PSV is doing this season. But I don't know. I still want to go with the German team, considering I'm in Germany. Just the same way I supported Bayern, they lost. So I hope it's not the same way. So I would like to go with Dortmund. I've always liked the team. I always liked how they played.
Bayern carried the Kane curse. I think Dortmund are
Yeah,
safe from
that's
that.
true.
I do
Dortmund are
think. I
safe.
mean,
Yeah.
Dortmund are such a frustrating team, right? They have so
Yeah,
much talent, but they're so inconsistent. It's
yeah,
painful to watch them. Like, that team should not be playing like that. Like, I just do
yeah.
how inconsistent they are right from the. I've been following Dortmund for a long time, right? Right
Okay,
from their
yeah.
title winning glory days with Lewandowski, Royce,
Lewandowski,
and
yes.
Klopp and everyone. And I've been following them. They've had such wonderful talent, and they have had such wonderful, good managers, up and coming managers, experienced managers, and they've shown flashes of brilliance. When they play such smooth football. You're just like,
Oh,
oh my god, what a team! But when they don't play right, you're just like, what? How are
what?
they playing? Like, what are they doing? What
Exactly.
the hell are they doing? You're just
Yeah,
like, it's flabbergasting that the team can be so inconsistent, and that too within a period of 90 minutes. They'll have like
exactly.
10 minutes of extreme domination, and then 20 minutes of like amateurish football, and then again 10. It's so inconsistent. But having said that, PSV, I mean, there will be a gulf in quality. I still expect Dortmund to pull it off because this season they have been playing well. They gave PSG and Newcastle a good run for their money in the
Yeah, for sure.
group
Group
stage.
stages.
So I do have Dortmund winning this one, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if PSV pull something off because Dortmund lose. I don't think PSV win. I think Dortmund lose if that's the
Yeah,
case.
That's actually very well put. I was
yeah,
thinking how to frame that, and you said that correctly.
yeah.
PSV, they're doing well in Eredivisie, but it's Eredivisie.
Yeah.
This is Champions League, and Arsenal played PSV twice in the Champions League group stages, and I
Right.
watched both those games very closely. I didn't think they played really great. I think
Mhm.
Dortmund would take them out on any day.
Okay, yeah.
Like you said, they're very inconsistent. So if they're playing
Yeah.
great for 10% of the time and horrible for 90% of the time, then PSV has a chance. But if
Yeah, like I
they're
said, yeah, exactly. It's Dortmund losing it. I don't
Yeah.
think PSV, win. But yeah. So
but
you
yeah,
have Dortmund too then?
I have Dortmund too then.
I have
Oh,
PSV. See, that's why I started the statement that
oh,
it's an
here we
away
go.
game because it's an away game. They don't have their yellow wall backing them. So
Okay.
we don't know what version of Dortmund we are going to get in PSV.
Okay,
And
yeah, that's
I'm
fair
picking
enough.
PSV this time. So let's see. I'm for sure picking Dortmund at home, and I
Okay.
really think that they will win the tie. But I think this game will be a close edge for PSV.
So he's apart from Barca, I think he's gone for all. I mean, of course, Arsenal. In both these games, he's gone for the left field option, right? Like picking
Yeah, the
Atletico
same
and
thing last week also, but it
He
doesn't
did that
work
okay.
out.
last week
I
too.
like
Yeah,
these. I want to see something more interesting. That doesn't mean that Dortmund will not qualify. I'm sure that at home they will perform well and good enough to push them through. But I
right,
just
right,
feel that away from home, PSV will have a very good position to start off the game with.
right.
Yeah.
So I guess
I'm
4
really
amazing fixtures lined up.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be
exactly.
an amazing midweek. I really can't wait for it. I'm traveling
Exactly.
tomorrow, but then I'm like set. Like I'm gonna make sure I'm at a place where I can watch all 4 games if possible. It's gonna be amazing for sure. Especially
Yeah.
Wednesday night is gonna be superb.
Superb, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
We
gonna
will.
need like 2 devices wherever I am at that
I'm
point
also
when I'm
thinking about the
traveling
same.
because I need to be able to watch both games, even though like I'm more interested in the Napoli Barca game, but Porto Arsenal also would be a really fun game.
Yeah. Been waiting way too long for this, man. Arsenal better
Right.
not disappoint.
For
It's
sure, for sure.
time. It's time.
Yeah.
Right.
All
Cool.
right then.
So,
I guess we're done with this preview show. Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
All right then. We'll see you guys on the next one then. Bye guys.
See you
See
guys.
you
Take
guys.
care.
Cheers. Take care.
Bye bye.